I'm calling this Board of Education Special Committee meeting to order. I declare there's a quorum of committee members present, and note that the media has been given proper notice to pursuant of the Freedom of Information Act. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
Make the motion.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramsey to approve the agenda and a second by Ms. Tanner. Any discussion? All in favor of this motion, respond by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The motion is approved by a vote of 4-0. The only item on the agenda is the discussion of policy, timeline, and the survey for the naming of the K-8 Carnes Crossing School. This is a discussion only, and there is no action. So by being chair of the naming of the Carnes K-8 school, which is very exciting, we all are going to discuss the time frame of naming of the school, and we're going to present it so the public can understand how we're going to get the name of the school to go out. But first, before we talk about how we're going to name the school, there is a policy for naming the school. So, Ms. Tanner, would you like to read the policy, please?
Sure. So this is policy FDC under Facilities Management Program, naming new facilities. Naming a school or district facility is a matter of great importance that deserves thoughtful attention from the board and the administration. Personal prejudice, favoritism, political pressure, or temporary popularity should not be an influence in choosing a school or facility name. Generally, the board prefers to name school facilities for recognized geographical areas. Guidelines for new facilities. A special committee of 4 board members, including the representatives of the district where the facility is to be located, will be appointed by the board chairman prior to the awarding of the construction contract. The special committee will solicit and accept names regarding the new facilities from all interested individuals and groups. The committee will compile data regarding all proposed names with sufficient information to enable the committee and the board to make discriminating choices. The committee will use the following guidelines in selecting the names of all new schools, buildings, or facilities. Names suggested by natural settings and habitat of the facility location. Names that denote location, community, street, geography, etc. Names that have some special meaning to the students and citizens or will enhance the education and/or ethical beliefs of the school community. Names that have historical significance, names that are not similar to those of existing schools, or names that have not been used for existing subdivisions. Generally, facilities will not be named for living persons. The names of individuals who have been deceased for a period of more than 3 years may be considered in selecting the name for a school, building, or facility. The special committee will be responsible for presenting a list of 3 to 5 proposed names to the board. The board will make the final selection of the facility name. Guidelines for existing facilities or a portion thereof. Under certain circumstances, the board will consider a request from school and community groups to name a portion of the building, a single building on a campus with multiple buildings, or a specific area on the campus for a person. The proposed name should have special significance and/or the person has made an outstanding contribution to the school or school district. Generally, only the names of individuals who have been deceased for a period of more than 3 years will be considered. An individual or group wishing to make such a request will submit it to the attention of the superintendent. The board will consider those requests recommended by the superintendent. The board will make the final decision.
Okay, so that last part would be it would be to, like, if a building was already existing.
Yes.
So just to clarify. Okay, so how the committee is going to go about for the name of the new Carnes Crossroads School is the timeline is going to be as followed. Today, April 12th, the committee meets to discuss the action plan. Tomorrow, April 13th through April 22nd, there's going to be a survey link open to accept names for the new school. This survey is going to be sent out to like the demographics pretty much surrounding around the Carnes community. However, because this is a public school and we know that there are, public funds, anybody outside of that surrounding Carnes area, they can submit names and suggestions if if they would like, to us.
To their
They-
board
To
representatives?
their board representatives, or they can send it to myself, Ms. Tanner, Dr. Wigfall, or Michael Ramsey, and we will make sure that they get it in the survey. All I ask is for any board member or anybody that gets a name from a community member that says, I would like this to be added to the survey, that we do respond to them saying that, yes, we got your email and we are going to submit it. So we make sure that we do respond to them so they know that their suggestion will be added to the survey. So then, again, from April 13th to April 22nd, the survey link will be open to accept names for the new school. On April 26th, the committee will meet again to discuss the names submitted, and the next survey is going to go live to get the top 10 names. So what's going to happen is we're going to meet again, and for all those names that were submitted, that same survey is going to be sent out as an email to the same original survey that was sent out, and those can pick the top 10 out of the names that were suggested. So I don't know how many were.
So let me say that out loud again. So you're saying the top 10 names will go back out to the same demographics that got the original survey for them to choose out of those top 10?
No, not the top 10. So
Okay.
however amount of names get submitted to us, so let's just say if we get 100 names submitted to us, those 100 names are going to go back out, and the community gets to vote their top 10, and those top 10 are going to come to us.
Got it. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay?
So how will we do it for those people in different districts that gave a name? How are we going to send those out?
So then we would have their email so when we respond to them saying, yes, we got their email, then it's our job to make sure that they get that survey.
Okay.
Great question. So that's when we would have to own it.
Couldn't we just do a link on Berkeley County School District's page? And that way, if someone didn't get the survey link, they could be a part of it?
We can reach out to
you
technology
think?
and see if we could do that as well.
I just think that would be easier because heaven forbid if Dr. Wigfall or Mr. Ramsey or myself get like 20 emails. This is my second full-time job, but I'm just saying. It would be nice, if they
And
could.
that's like saying you're putting it back out to the entire district,
Right,
to everybody, if you do it that way.
right.
See what I'm saying? You're saying that those individuals, they can go to the link, but at first you stated Carnes Crossing community to send that link out. And then you stated that those who wanted to give to their district representatives or to us. But then if we're doing another link, then that's like, now everybody is able to participate with that link.
So for transparency purposes, it's not that so my thought process is that this is a public school. It's part of the Berkeley County School District. Everybody should be able to suggest names if they would like to suggest names, right?
I get it, yes.
Absolutely.
So, but it's also as far as the information that I received when I was questioning this and trying to get information to make this process kind of seamless and the time frame that we have is that, and Mr. Ramsey, please help me explain this if I'm misinformed, is that when they were naming Philip Simmons, for example, they only targeted that certain area as well because the feedback that they were getting is different areas weren't as responsive maybe. So that's why it was suggested to me to do that certain demographic, and then if people were interested, they could email us.
So I'm okay with that, but now you're talking about doing a different link. So that's where
Right, you were saying on the next round, because we were saying, okay, so let's say that we get emails, and you already.
So if we get emails,
You
so if
already-
someone says that I want to name the school X, Y, and Z. So somebody from outside of the Carnes area sends you an email, says, I would like to name the school X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Then Ms. Tanner, you just turn around and you just reach out to technology and say, I would like X, Y, and Z added to the list.
Understood.
Okay.
But then you went further to say, we're trying to manhandle what our job in this is.
Right.
Just trying to understand it. You then said that we would have to worry about turning around and re-emailing these people to say, here's the new survey. And that's a lot to keep up with.
So then the original survey is going to go out to the group. the original Carnes group. We don't know how many people from outside that area is going to say. We don't know yet, so I don't have that answer for you. My suggestion right now would be is that you would reach out to technology and say, hey, we need to email Mr. Smith, because Mr. Smith had a name suggestion. But I don't know the answer to that right now. I'm not going to make something up because I don't know that answer.
No, that's okay.
I don't know that
We're just
answer right now
trying
because I
We're
don't.
trying to understand our role.
Right.
That's all.
Okay. So then on April 26th, all the names will be compiled and they will be sent out, and that the community will take the top 10 names from the list. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is when the 26th, we will get together, and then that survey is going to go live from the 27th to May 6th. The community met,
To narrow it
they
down.
have to narrow it down between April 27th to May 6th. Then on May 10th, the committee is going to meet again, and the meeting is going to be held before the school board meeting with select members from the community, and we're going to narrow the names down to 5. And we're going to present those 5 names to the school board. We just read the policy and said between 3 to 5, and we're going to go down to 5 names. And we're going to present them to the full school board. And then on May 24th, the full board is going to make the motion to vote for the school name. Is there any questions?
Nope.
Any discussion?
I'm good.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
We have a motion by Ms. Tanner, a second by Dr. Wigfall. All in favor of this motion, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.